Hello everyone, my name is George with the General Repair Guy. Today what we're doing is we are replacing the rear differential fluid on a 2012 CRV. And so far what I have already done is I lifted the car and made sure that it's leveled. And you know, for the most part what I did is I came to the front, I lifted the car up from the front, and I can show you exactly what I did here. So there's this little reinforced spot right over here. This is where you put your jack right in the front, just about 1.5 to 2 feet right in front of your front bumper or behind your front bumper. So you lift your vehicle up, the whole front end goes up, and then you basically take these jacks and you support the front. Um, From there, you take that jack and you go to the back, and the back has the same reinforced area where you lift the back end and you place the jack underneath those in the back end, making sure that everything's all level. So I'm just gonna show you. There's designated areas for that too, like these lips right here. They are reinforced to be able to support the weight of the vehicle on these jacks. So on that note, let's go on ahead and get ready and show you what's coming up next. Thank you. Alrighty, so we are now in the back end of the vehicle, and as you can see where the light is shining right there is where the fill hole is for the rear differential. And then right on the other side of this right here, right where the light's shining, I'll show you right now, is the drain. And it's right about over here. Use my light over here to show you. It's right over there, right there. There. Right there, if you can see that. So what I'm gonna go ahead and do right now is I'm gonna put you guys on hold, drain it and let it drain, and I will get back to you and show you the next step after that. Thank you. By the way, the very first thing you want to do before you start draining the differential is you want to be able to make sure that the fill hole, you're able to get it open first. There's nothing worse than having to drain your differential and you have an empty, no fluid, none whatsoever, and now you're having a hard time unscrewing the fill hole. So make sure the fill hole is the very first thing you do before you start draining the rear differential. All right. Going ahead and took out the drain, and as you can see, this is like, if I was to back up a little bit, you can see exactly where it sits. This is the point right here where you would place your jack to lift the rear end up, by the way, just before you place the stands underneath. But anyways, just forward about 1.5 feet maybe to that is right over there. You can see where the drain, I'm draining it right now. So here's that. Here's the plug that came in, and the plug, for the most part, when you guys, those of you that changed transmission fluids before, has this little magnet on there that collects all the shavings. So we would have to clean that up. There we are. We would have to clean that up, make sure all this stuff is gone. And I also did buy another crush washer that we will be using to replace this as well. These are little tiny things that you would have to do, just to kind of, you might as well, you're down there, you might as well just go ahead and do it. A couple extra dollars. Yeah, it's really, really worth the effort. All right. Be back. All right. So this is it. I just had the magnet portion of it right here all cleaned up, and as you can see, nothing left on it. And I went ahead and did replace the crush washer. So I'm getting ready to put that in there. And then prior to draining it, as I mentioned earlier, I already went ahead and made sure that I was able to open the fill hole first. So So once I get ready to put that fluid in there, you know, we're pretty much all done. So be right back. All right. So as I mentioned, I've already was able to make sure that I'm able to undo this little fill hole right there. As you can see, once I broke it loose, I'm able to unscrew it by hand. And then there it is. And as you can see, this has a crush washer as well. So what I'm gonna do is there's not much you can do to this right here other than replacing the crush washer. All right, and that's it. There you go. That's the old one. Some guys say, you know, you could use it a couple of times here and there, you know. Like, I guess in the worst case scenario, if you don't have a crush washer or you forgot to buy one, it's not the end of the day. I've made oil changes without having to replace the crush washer, and I haven't had any issues. But for the most part, I like to replace them. Like I said, very inexpensive, and it's that little extra step that you take. It's like, well, why not? So at this point in time, you know, I didn't show you this, but my drain hole, you know, I've already put the plug back in, and I made sure it's nice and tight. You don't want to over tighten it, you know, just, you know, once you tighten it by hand, just use your wrench and just go maybe a quarter of a turn at the very most, and you should be fine. So at this point now, what I'm going to do is how I'm going to apply the fluid, which is, I have my cord. I have about 2 cords for this, and what they're saying is that we need to, well, it looks like it was a delivery truck. All right. Okay, so basically what we're doing is that I got my little pump already screwed in my, you know, quart of fluid right here, and the hose is right in there. And you just keep on pumping, and then you keep on pumping until you see the fluid oozing out of that hole, and that's when you know it's filled. All right, give me a quick second. So right here, I am at my 2nd quart now, and I spared you the headache of having to sit there and watch me pump a quart of fluid into the differential. I figured you guys did not want to see all that, but anyway, so being that on my 2nd quart right now, I just wanted to kind of show you a little bit of the process, and there's really not much to it. And again, what you do is you just keep on pumping that fluid, keep on pumping, and then eventually you're gonna start seeing the fluid ooze. And there it is. Here's our fluid oozing out. You guys see it there? All right. Just gonna let it drain just a little bit. And that's pretty much it. That's how you know that your fluid is, or the differential's nicely filled. What I want to do just to kind of double check on that. It's a little bit of a waste, but I'm okay with it. I'd rather be safe than sorry. I'm going to go ahead and pump a little bit more in there and see if it starts oozing some more. And it looks like it is, as you can see. As you can see, that really tells me that it's full, which is fine. That's perfect. I'm gonna let it just ooze out of there for a quick second. All right. Yeah, I think that's pretty much it, folks. Then, you know, you go on ahead with your new brush washer, what have you, put this sucker back on. You know, make sure you hand tighten first. Get your little wrench. Oh, by the way, the only thing you need to get is this 3/8 socket wrench to be able to loosen and tighten those drain plug and the fill plug. That's all it takes. And now at this point right here, I know that without pressure that it's for the most part hand tight. I just want to give it a quick push, make sure that it's tight, not over tight. There you go, and that's it. Like I say, about a quarter of a turn. And so what next comes after that is the cleanup job, but you know, like anything else, there's always a cleanup job after the project, right? All right, folks. Anyway, thank you for watching. This is my first YouTube video. I just started this channel. I see a whole lot of folks doing it. I figured, well, I might as well show a little bit that I know and share it with you guys. While you're on there, check out the other videos that I made with my son, just for fun. They're cute. That's just about it. But you're going to love them. All right. Thank you very much. And please like and subscribe. Have a good day.